Look, we talk about taxes on the program all the time. Why? Because it's probably the greatest hurdle that you're going to face in retirement. So how do we get over that? How do we deal with it? And because nobody likes it, how do we make it more palatable? You've been in this time where it's been all about tax prep. We get to that April thing and we say, why would we even have to talk about taxes? They tell me what I'm supposed to pay. I fill that out. I hand it to some guy. He fills out a form. They tell me what taxes I'm going to pay. How am I supposed to do anything with this? Tell me the difference between what I'm doing every year in tax prep and tax planning.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one. I think the best way to show that is in a financial plan, actually. But a lot of times you'll talk to a CPA and they'll say, did you fund your IRA or your 401k this year? Because you get to deduct that from taxes. But what they don't tell you is, what does that look like 20 years from now when you have a big 401k, big IRA, and a big tax bond? And so if you're a high income earner now and you're maybe paying, near 40% in state and federal taxes or even higher, you might want to invest in those to get that tax deduction in the 401k. But also you might want to be educated that taxes were at a high of 90% for a long time.
Yeah.
And then 80 and then 70. So if taxes go back up and you just deferred all your taxes at 37 or 40%, and now in the future you're going to pay them at 50, 60 or 80, was that a smart idea? And even worse, if you're a lower income earner, maybe you're, kind of in the $100,000 to $300,000 range, maybe you're paying taxes closer to 25, 30%. Do you want to defer that now when we know we're at an all-time deficit and debt level, and they're going to have to look at New York and California, they're going to keep raising taxes and the rest of the country. So would you rather pay taxes now when taxes are actually potentially on sale? Maybe, instead of paying it in the future? Those are questions we have to look at. And a lot of people don't even understand it until they see, what does it look like in my 60s, 70s, and 80s? And when you have to take $200,000 or $300,000 a year that you didn't need or know about, that you had to take, and you have to pay now maybe half of that in taxes, that's ugly.
Okay, you're saying that, but and most people are saying, well, I'm doing what they told me to do. I put my money in my 401k, and it's tax deferred, and now I want to look at my number, and my number looks good.